Is the Emergencies Act inquiry already going off the rails? Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist for the Toronto Sun. There is one reason and one reason only for this Inquiries Act, and that is to determine if this guy, Justin Trudeau, was actually right in invoking the Emergencies Act. Was it the right thing to do? This isn't hyperbole from me. This isn't political conjecture. It's right in the Act. Let me read to you from the Act. It says that 60 days after the Emergencies Act is invoked, the government shall cause an inquiry to be held into the circumstances that led to the declaration being issued and the measures taken for dealing with the emergency. Well, so far, what we've heard is a lot of city officials at the City of Ottawa level trying to blame anybody but themselves. City Manager Steve Kanellakis spent Monday mostly trying to blame the Ottawa police for not doing their job. Ottawa Mayor Jim Watson mostly tried to blame the province of Ontario and Premier Doug Ford. This is about butt covering so far. It's not about determining was the Emergencies Act needed or could somebody else have done something different. It's about butt covering. That's what the witnesses are doing. But it's also about partisan politics. And that was evident from Watson's testimony. As I said, he spent so much time trying to place the blame for how badly things went on Premier Doug Ford. Look, let me be clear. I don't think that Doug Ford or Justin Trudeau bear any responsibility for how the City of Ottawa responded to the convoy. Now, was the convoy caused by Justin Trudeau's policies? Yeah, it was caused by the vaccine mandate, the cross-border vaccine mandate. That's what was the impetus for it. Not that Jim Watson knows that. Did Trudeau exacerbate things by being antagonistic towards those who were coming to protest? Absolutely. And was the Emergencies Act needed? Not in my opinion. But he was not responsible for the response to the protest any more than Doug Ford was. This was a local police and city issue, and the City of Ottawa and their police service failed badly. Yet, what did we find out? Jim Watson, Ottawa's mayor, wanted to blame Doug Ford and protect Justin Trudeau. Let me read to you a couple of bits from the evidence that has been presented to the commission so far. On Monday, Steve Kanellakis, the city manager, was describing how he had been approached by Ottawa's police service on February 8th, that's an important date, on February 8th, to meet with convoy organizers. They thought it might help diffuse the situation and lead to some positive outcome. So they approached Kanellakis. Kanellakis went to Ottawa Mayor Jim Watson to talk to him about this and get his feelings. Here's what Kanellakis told the inquiry. He, meaning Watson, he was very reluctant. His initial reaction was, we shouldn't, and thought that doing that was going to put pressure on the federal government in terms of, if we meet with them, someone else would have to meet with them. That's Kanellakis talking about a discussion he had with Jim Watson on February 8th. Well, on Tuesday, the same commission, the same inquiry, heard about a phone call on February 8th between Justin Trudeau and Jim Watson. Here is what they both said. Trudeau, Doug Ford has been hiding from his responsibility for political reasons. Watson, if they keep dragging their feet, I'm happy to call them out on it. So when it came to dealing with the convoy that Watson said was occupying his city, he didn't want partisan politics to get in the way of hurting Justin Trudeau, but he was happy to engage in partisan politics to attack Doug Ford. And he did this throughout his testimony. In fact, he claimed at the beginning of his testimony that the entire protest was over provincial mask mandates. He knows that's not the case. Jim Watson's a guy I've known for 20 years, a guy I've covered in and out of politics. He's not a dumb man. That was a political calculation to protect his friend Justin Trudeau and attack his enemy, Doug Ford. Is this what we need from a public inquiry? Definitely not. But this is what we're getting. When the central question is, was the Emergencies Act required to deal with this, or would effective policing have cleared out the streets? We know the answer. Effective policing is what did clear out the streets, and it's what should have cleared out the streets from the beginning. It should have stopped Wellington Street from ever being overtaken by big rigs driven by owners who said they were never going to leave. That didn't happen. Why? Because of mistakes, miscalculations, bad intelligence, and bad decision-making at the City of Ottawa level. That's what this all comes down to. If at the end, the Emergencies Act Commission inquiry decides that, yes, the Emergencies Act was needed, it will be because the City of Ottawa was incompetent and incapable of doing anything. The assistance from the federal and provincial governments was just that, assistance. That's what they wanted from them. But at the end of the day, this was up to the City of Ottawa to deal with, and they failed miserably. And now, Jim Watson and others want to place the blame elsewhere. We deserve better from this inquiry. We deserve to get to the truth about whether the Emergencies Act was needed, and so far, no evidence has shown up to help that proposition. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below, share this on social media, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.